We're back. It is 13 minutes to the top of the hour. 877-WE-BE-BIG is our toll-free number. Fax line is 205-945-3999. The website, Rick and Bubba, spell out the word and.com. On the phones, Fire Marshal Megan, and also switching for Turner South, former intern Peaches, Speedy and Dee here with us this morning. And also we thank Roxanne for stopping by and sharing how their Father's Day weekend went. We've, you know, Bubba, that whole deal with the search for the different legends and all that, I want y'all to know that we are out there doing our work. It is somewhat secretive, but our goal is to get you some answers on this one way or the other. So,
well,
so far, no luck.
Rick, as it has been rumored, of course, people know we do work for the CIA. This is all a cover.
Right.
And that is part of our mission. Megan, did you tell us you had a story that you were going to share with us today?
What, the Fire Marshal Megan, what,
we're not going to dance. Y'all don't panic.
Yeah, that's right. I had to get with
Fire, the ring.
Fire Marshal Megan, intern.
And it burns, burns, burns.
Her name, Fire Marshal Megan, from a childhood incident where she set fire and burned over 50 acres worth of wooded area.
Pristine forestry.
And a couple of screened-in porches. So how are you this morning?
Doing good. How are you guys?
We're good.
Great.
Happy belated Father's Day.
Thank you.
you.
You're very sweet.
You.
You're welcome.
Well, what's the story? What happened?
Well, it's just something that I thought was pretty funny. My family and I took my dad out to eat for Father's Day yesterday.
Well, that's very nice.
Good call. Very good job.
Yes, he didn't care about anything else. Just a steak dinner was good for him.
Yes.
So we took him to the Bright Star in Bessemer. I don't know.
It's a famous restaurant in this part of the country.
You have to have somebody sponsor you to get in.
Yeah. It's not that easy to get in. And did you by any chance run over Lucky Bailey and his family?
Well, just let me say that there are tons of Rick and Bubba fans there.
Thank you.
Because as soon as I walked in the door, there's Fire Marshal Megan from the Rick and Bubba show.
Really? That's fun.
And I was like, wow, how cool.
That felt good.
It's really neat.
Right up to they started telling you that you were dancing too seductive.
Well, that's what I was going to comment about.
Oh, I'm sorry. They're playing the role of Bill Bubba Bussy and Fire Marshal Megan playing the role of Mickey D. We can't help it, though. You know, our mind starts...
I know.
So I go in and we sit down and everything, and our waiter comes up, and he's a really nice guy. His name is Jeff. So I told him to be listening to this morning because I was going to say something. But Jeff, after he took everybody's orders, he came back and gave me my food, and he said, "There you go, Fire Marshal." And I was like, "Oh, you're a Rick and Bubba fan." He was like, "Oh, yeah, huge." And I was like, "Oh, great, you know, good. I'm glad you watched the show." So he came back and brought us the rest of our food, and he said, "Oh, I almost dropped that plate like it was hot."
Funny. How about I grabbed a plate that was hot the other day, and I did drop it.
But I just thought that was hilarious, and so my whole family starts laughing, and everybody's like, "What is going on over there?" And one of the elderly, because, you know, there's a lot of older waitresses that work there. Like
that
a
is
lot of
correct.
older
No, they'll
women.
drop it like it's hot.
It's pretty funny because they have so much energy. They're so vivacious, and they love the Rick and Bubba show, and they just think that
great.
Rick and Bubba are the most handsome. I mean, they definitely agree that you are the two sexiest fat men alive. And
What's up, Mama?
So one of them came up to me and said, "Fire Marshal," and I said, "Yeah." She said, "Come here." And I went over there, and she said, "You know Don Juan, don't you?" I was like, "Oh, yeah, you know, me and Dee are tight." And she said, "Does he have a girlfriend?" And I said, "Well, no, not to my knowledge." And she said, "Oh, I've got somebody for you." And I said, "Does she work here?" And she said, "Oh, yeah." So she took me to the front, and the lady that was the hostess at the time, she said, "You see her? She models." And she was a beautiful, beautiful girl. And
She light-skinned?
She's Dee's color, exactly.
I'm just trying to... Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Now he's interested.
She's your color. I mean, she had "I'm Dee's girl" written all over her forehead. She's a model.
This may be her.
And,
I'm just glad when I'm dating, I didn't have to worry about shades. You know what I mean?
Well,
trying to narrow down. It matters a lot. You're really trying to narrow down. Yeah, wow. So lunch is on me today at the price store today.
These buying.
Seriously, she said, I mean, I don't want to try to play matchmaker, but I just think they would be the cutest couple. Could you please bring him to the Bright Star?
Is she interested?
Oh, she's interested.
Oh, so
she's a huge Don Juan fan.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Did she see that hat he's got on today?
How about that?
Is that the one you sweat in, D? You working out? Is that a new?
That one's been treated a little rough.
This comes with the package. If you want D, you got to have the hat too.
That one's been treated a little rough.
Yeah.
You've got one.
That and get out of the tire? Or what happened?
The one to get shaved day.
Why are you wearing the hat? Did you?
Because I wanted to.
Yeah.
It matches his outfit.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Matches
Yeah, I
his
can't tell.
shirt.
Yeah, Bubba's colorblind. He looks like he's wearing everything's the same color.
Yeah, he matches every day to me. A lot of gray.
Yeah, right.
Colorblind.
Right.
Well, hey, I mean, wow.
So, Bright Star, here you come.
Well, you know she's got to know how to cook.
Oh, yeah. If she's there in this kind of cook.
Bright Star, I mean, hey.
Well, now
she's
she's
gotta
the
know how to
hostess, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the hostess, and I guarantee that they made her the hostess because she's so beautiful. I mean, you walk in and
Yeah,
her.
well, you got to have hot up at front. That's
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Since
How old is she, Megan? Ballpark. D's age?
Well,
She in that window
no.
over there.
She's probably about 22, 23.
Yeah.
That's even better.
That's good.
That's even better.
That's good.
It
Yeah.
evens out
That's
with my, with the way I act.
Oh, yeah.
Because, it evens out a little
What
bit.
about her grill?
Great grill. I'm telling you, everything about her is great.
Total package, dude.
Yeah,
Y'all gotta start
TP,
carrying
total
cameras around
package.
with you so I can bring these, pictures
All
back to
right.
you.
So lunch is on you?
Lunch is on me, Bright Star Day. Well, it may not be on, because, hey, that's a pretty nice restaurant. And it's got nice
No,
restaurant prices.
they now have a lunch menu.
That's true. All right. Well,
Cheaper version.
well, this could be the day.
Love and Bessemer.
Big D special today.
TV, thanks for being with us. We'll see you guys tomorrow. If you got more radio, stick around.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.
To his daughter-in-law
That's
last
not
night.
Mickey Dean that you see on TV, by
No,
the way.
well, what are they showing on TV? That was actually Mason.
Yes.
That was like it would be Mickey Dean if Mickey Dean was starring in the movie Big.
Yes.
Our Freaky Friday. So anyway, as we get back, people want to know how to contact him. There really isn't a way that I know of. We'll work on that. There's some suggestions that Ryan Greenwood set up a get well comment section, but Ryan Greenwood is with his family at the beach vacationing, so don't think that'd be a tough call to go tell the wife I'm going to go in here in the hotel room for the next several hours and set up a comment section. Y'all take the girls and hustle on down to the beach. So he's on vacation. He should be allowed to be on vacation. So we're not going to do that. So we'll see what we can do. He's there, guys. I mean, it's going to be that.
Just give him a little bit of time to get back.
Can I tell you?
Kind of get back to at least rolling down the hall and just flirting with the nurses or something. Let him get back on his feet.
He's already doing that. But here's what we'll do.
And then we'll talk to his family, figure out something.
Or just wait till he comes back on the show and call and tell him that you're glad he's back. Because really, from a family standpoint, I know there's that thing, I want to do something. I need to do something.
Right.
What can I do? But really, when a hospital room piles up with stuff and it's time to go home, that's really a nightmare. Let's just call it.
Yeah.
I mean, you try to get...
Bubba, you've got a new rule you were talking about.
Well, I've just, I know it's a very critical time, family. I just try to stay out of the way. That's my new thing.
Yeah.
I'll love on you when you get back.
Yeah, in other words, and I made the mistake before the surgery of going there and taking JT with me, which basically meant that I also had to go back and visit JT when they admitted him to his room.
Yeah.
So we're everything's good. He's doing great, and so thanks for all your prayers. The family appreciates it. We all appreciate it, and it looks like he'll make a full recovery. He's got a road ahead of him, but he'll come through it.
I have no doubt, Rick.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a mental time you have to go through after it too. You used to be able to do what you want to do, and then you can't. And there's a weird period in there where you feel kind of helpless, and you think, hey, it's over, and you come out, you're elated because you survived the surgery. And then there's a dip of, okay, I can't do anything. Now everybody's got to take care of me, and then he'll come back up. It'll all be good. So.
And Mickey, he never slows down.
No, he will now, though.
Yes, he has to.
For a little bit.
He said he has smoked his last cigarette.
Did he really?
Yep.
I hope that's true.
They said his blood pressure was basically cut in half. He hadn't smoked in like days, ever since it happened, I guess. And his blood pressure was almost 200 or something when they stroke level, of course, when they went and picked him up. And I was there the other day when they took it again, and it was just perfect. And they were like, you hadn't smoked any, you know.
Well, that's a tough habit to break, and right now it's easy because you've just been broke open like a piece of lobster.
Sure.
So you tend to...
and you're not laying on the floor because you're about to have a, you know, heart attack, so your blood pressure's a little bit down too.
Yeah,
you know?
So you find yourself going goodbye cigarettes, goodbye, you know, lifestyle, but then when you start feeling better and everything, you know, and all of a sudden the doctor goes, no need to come back every week now, you know, here's your that's when it'll be tough.
Hey, little buddy, you know.
Yeah, that's when it gets rough. But the and he's going to have to go through a lot. You know, he'll probably have to take a lot of medication for a long, long time. I mean, my dad has to carry around a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday thing and open it up, and there's a pile in there, and he pops.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it goes on and on. So this is not an easy thing. Anytime you have open heart surgery, it's life changing and it's a difficult process. But the good news is, hey, he's going to live. So
I'm sure he will bounce back bigger than life.
Okay.
I want to let you know I'm relieved. I thought I was going to come to the show today and tell you guys that I couldn't find my wedding band, but I want you to know that I found it yesterday. It was 2 days ago that I just lost it. I take it off normally before I go into the gym, and just so it doesn't
you
get
didn't take it off
up.
at ball practice or something?
No. No, not going to do that.
Yeah.
And it fell into the cracks of the car,
into
underneath the middle section between the two front seats. And I saw it. I think I saw what looked to be it out of the corner of my eye. You lift up the change compartment, and there's a little crack, and it's like, I thought, well, did it go there? So yesterday, I spent an hour dismantling that section of the car, and sure enough, I got it out, and it was sitting underneath.
Oh my God! When you found that,
did you find the key to the building? Was it in there too?
No, actually, JC put that underneath the couch. We found that last week.
What key to what?
JC will just grab the keys, and all of a sudden you'll be walking around the house, and all of a sudden you'll hear the car alarm going off downstairs. You're like, okay, somebody's breaking into the car, and then you'll be walking around, and just JC's like walking around, you know. My youngest, you know, playing with this and hitting the panic alarm button.
I've had that happen before.
And he took
That's a great toy if you can make the car make noise.
So he really, you have to really keep the keys high and away from him, and he got them about 3.5, 4 weeks ago, and so I spent about a week not knowing where my keys were. Having to call like interns and Don Juan to let me into the building, but finally I found them.
We also have a special guest with us today. Fire Marshal Megan is our intern, and her boyfriend, you know, we might have to get define the relationship statement here from Megan. Megan, can you come in here a minute?
Yeah, well,
she's still on the phone.
She's on the phone.
All right, we have Mason here with us.
Let's break and come back. We're up against the break, and we'll talk with Mason. And
what's it like to be the boyfriend of Fire Marshal Megan?
Oh, yes. Also, the hospital where Mickey's at has sent us an address on where to send cards. So we'll give that to him when we come back to him. We'll try to get it to Ryan. That's something he probably could do on his vacation, just type something in and put it up. Or he's got it set up where Speedy can do it or whatever. All right, we'll be back.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.
15 minutes past the hour. The Rick and Bubba Show, 877 We Be Big. As we get back, I told you we would talk a little bit about the Mickey Dean situation. We're just not comfortable giving out the hospital he's at and the address and all that unless he himself tells us to do so, or his sons, and that has not happened. So we're not going to move forward on that. If you want to send him some mail to us, just go to the website under contact. It has the mailing address, and put it in Mickey's name. We'll get those cards to him ourselves. The family has not told us to reveal where he is or how to send stuff to him, so we're not going to do that without their permission. So we'll just send it to us. Go to the website rickandbubba.com under contact, and you can just send it straight to us and we'll handle it. So do that. Also,
no need for surprise visits.
Yes, well, yeah. Enough of that going on now. Let me say this: we in the lost segment, I will have to declare that it appears my billfold is officially lost. So
wow.
I was. The good news is I've got all my stuff stopped, and I called, and there's been no activity on it, which that really freaks me out. And can I tell you this in a weird way? Because you look for closure. I really wanted there to be activity on my credit cards and my account, because that way I would have known, okay, somebody's got it.
Right.
But the fact that there's none, and the last purchase is where I think I lost it, and there's nothing beyond that.
Right.
And now I realize it's still somewhere. You know, or
they tried to use it and it was maxed out.
Yeah, that.
Which is the best safety net you can have.
Or they tried to use it, and in some bizarre twist of fate, a person in charge of that actually asked for some identification.
Right, right.
So, because, you know, you don't see a lot of that much anymore. But, so now I've got to go through the hassle, you know, and if you've got my billfold, you can have the money. I don't care about that. You know, I'll give you more money. Just bring it back. You know, I just don't want to go the hassle of having to replace all that crap. But
what all did you have in there?
Well, you know, you got to get a new driver's license.
No. I
got to get a new insurance card.
Oh, Rick.
Which that'll be good, because for some reason my Social Security number was wrong on it anyway. And then I've got to, you know, well, credit cards. I mean, you just call and cancel those. That's not that big a deal.
But Rick, you had your hunting license in there too.
Yeah, well, it was expired.
Your structure card and your express card for Sherry, that's going to be out.
Don't have any of that. Don't have any of that. Somebody's got
your buckle card.
Yeah.
Let's see.
We know you like to get buckleized.
Yes. Somebody's got a lot of bright yellow Rick and Bubba business cards right now. And also,
well, they know your emailing address. They can email you or call you. There's your voicemail line.
Look, hey, look, it was lost at the movies Saturday night at the movie theater. So let me tell you.
Did you call up there?
Yeah. Yeah. So usually the last 3 times they've had it. So the this time in Dallas, somebody picked it up and kept it. But it.
Well, you know why nobody picked it up and is using it? They couldn't lift it.
Right. Well, this is, you know, I went to that little one. Well, here's the problem with the little one, and it happens every time I go to the movie. The little one is a front pocket, because I didn't like that back pocket, because it makes you sit weird.
Yeah.
So I'm a front pocket guy. Well, now when I go to the movie, the way those seats are, it falls out of my front pocket. It's done that like 3 times.
Really?
Yeah. So I don't know what to do about this billfold thing. I don't know what system. So what I do is just don't put anything that important in it unless I have to have it. So I gotta get another debit card. Big hassle. You know me. This is my nightmare, having to get on the phone.
But see, the thing is, if you hassle a little bit to keep up with it, it saves you the hassle if you lose it. So you're really in a double catch there.
Well, here's the problem though. If you sit down at the movie, and you've got it and you put it in your pocket, and you just, I guess I have to remember to check before I leave. I don't know how to remedy that. I really don't. I mean, it's not like I leave it places. I just follow my pocket. It's done it like 3 times.
Well, speaking of being found, Fire Marshal Megan.
Bring my billfold back if you got it. Look, and you can have anything in it. I just want my driver's license and the stuff that I'm gonna have to replace. Please give it back. I mean, you can't feel good about having my billfold. It's all there. I got a big bright business card in it.
It should be easily identifiable. Rick, we have Mason with us today, Fire Marshal Megan's boyfriend.
Hey, yeah, what's up?
Good to be with you guys.
Hey, good
now,
to see
his
you.
boyfriend, am I using the right term?
Yeah, we need to.
Fire Marshal, you can come in here for a minute. We're gonna talk to Mason.
Yeah, don't worry about the phones. That's just people trying to find out.
It may be some over your wallet.
Well, that's all right. We'll get to that in a little bit.
We'll let D swap.
Yeah. Somebody who picks up your wallet and keeps it's really gonna call and say, okay, you're right. I'll give it back to you.
Well, maybe they were busy.
That thing's in a dumpster somewhere right now. Who are we kidding?
Now, what is this boyfriend come to visit today? Is it fiance? What is the official title here?
What's y'all's situation here?
Well, the situation is that we are boyfriend girlfriend right now, hoping soon to move to a
higher level.
Higher level. Yes.
And Mason, you're going into the ministry, right?
I am.
Is that what we understand?
I am currently in the ministry and continuing to go in.
So you are a missionary as we speak.
As we speak.
You're just on a break right now.
We can call it furlough.
Right. I got news.
So where were you at? Where are you? What is the term? Stationed, or where are you? Stationed? Where is your field that you're plowing right now?
I got you. Well,
because I'm gonna tell you something. You're in a building. There's lost people on every floor of this building. so I know,
this room needs help.
I know you're on a break, but the Great Commission never stops.
It never stops.
Yeah. So you might want to get your hoe out and tell a little dirt through here.
Even Jesus had to get away from the crowd every now and then catch up.
Right.
He had to do some tilling.
Right.
But I just got done with an 8-month student ministry in Hueytown, and I do about a month to a month and a half in Romania. I'll do that this summer, and then next summer I'll probably go for 3 months.
Romania. Wow.
Romania.
How about the people just bought my house just left for Romania?
Yeah, there's a lot of Romanian talk on the
There's
show.
a lot of
here
Romanian
lately.
Italian.
Is there?
By the way, one of the most that I couldn't get to the Dickie Nadmeyer thing last night. I got one of the most bizarre telemarketer calls ever last night. Speaking of this person could barely speak English and sounded like they were standing in the mall. I've never heard, so much noise in a phone call like that.
And they wanted a donation for the sheriff's department, right?
Yes, I want to speak to Richard. Romania all around him. I said, excuse me? I need to talk to Richard. I said, what are you saying? I need to talk to Richard. I said, are you saying, Richard? I have an offer, but I use it. And I was like, but I can't understand. And I said, hang on.
Now, they weren't saying they had your wallet, were they?
You know what? I shouldn't have hung up. Or how about this? Worse than that. What if it was my new Romanian friends and they were in Romania and they needed something done to their house and I couldn't understand them?
Rick! And they were at the Romanian airport.
Goodness gracious.
It was mania around them, whoever it was.
But you never know, you might find that wallet about 3 years later. We just had a girl call in and said that she lost her wallet and then found it 3 years later.
Well, it's two places. It was lost in that movie theater or it's somewhere in the house. And I've searched the house from top to bottom. But it can't be anywhere else. Because it was I had it up to movie. Never had it.
You had to get in the movie by paying.
Well, I called and they said, okay, here's your last purchase. It was at this movie theater at this time. And I said, I said, any activity beyond that? None.
Which it might mean it's just lost somewhere around where you are.
It's in.
Sorry, buddy.
Well, it's. I mean, like this is part of my life. It's like when people, you look a little frazzled. Yeah, I am. I mean, it's. My kid falls in behind, walls. So he doesn't just want, that kind of stuff. Part of losing billfolds is just like for some of y'all what it's like to go put gas in your car when it's empty. It's just a process.
It's not just billfolds. I think it's just part of the bigger thing. Hey, I lose stuff.
I lose stuff. I'm a person who loses things. You deal with it.
Now, did you go to the concession stand? Popcorn?
Yeah, that was my last purchase.
That was last purchase?
Yeah.
Before the movie or during the movie?
Before. Never left the movie again. Once
no
I got
chances in the car and all that
He could have fell in there and got wedged in somewhere. Nobody's even seen it yet. If it was a weekend movie, well, not have had any activity.
I called last night to a person there for the second round. I said, here was the movie, here was the time, here's the row I was sitting on. And he wasn't as enthused as I wanted to be about finding it. And I told him, I said, well, I'll come there and root around. Well, we got a movie going right now. I said, okay, well, so that's my point.
Well,
that's why I called you.
You need to go watch another movie and get in there and search for it during the movie.
That's what I'll do.
Don't feel bad.
I can only see Nemo so many times.
2 weeks ago, I lost my passport, social security card, and birth certificate.
See, that's worse.
And so
you got to admit
don't feel bad.
You got to admit that's worse, right?
Now, were you in the country or out of the country?
I was in the country.
How old are you?
22.
Okay. Are you two legit, or what are y'all putting off?
How long y'all been dating?
We've been dating a year and 5 months tomorrow.
Wow. And y'all are going to get engaged when?
Uh-oh.
Megan, I mean...
I don't know. Ask him.
Rick, he's a missionary. He's got to figure it out.
Okay.
We're going to do...
Rick,
we are not...
God'll tell him.
Can I tell you what? Well, we agree that Paul accomplished quite a bit, almost single-handedly.
He did.
Spread Christianity throughout the Gentiles.
He
correct?
did. But
you know what he said?
He did say some stuff, didn't he?
He didn't take one on.
He didn't.
And you know what Megan's mom said? There's saved people that needs help down at the mall.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's lost people.
I was about to correct you, but I said, I think he's dead. I can tell by the look on his face, he's not satisfied with how that came out. Because sometimes you look at each other and you know, okay, he didn't know it. He's moved on.
Sure.
I could tell you were still trying to pull it back in and address it. But, there's two ways to think about it.
Yes. Well, we're going to have negotiation talks when I get back from Romania.
Okay.
We're all about waiting on the Lord and His perfect timing. So
well, amen. Amen. And that's the problem with a lot of these marriages we talked about this morning. It's not so much that marriage is bad as people get married when they don't know what getting married's about. And right. That's the problem.
And it doesn't work.
No, it never does. So you're right. And you need to wait on His perfect timing. Or
ask Angelina Jolie.
Let me ask you this: how did you decide you were being led to go to Romania?
Well, actually, I study at New Orleans Theological Seminary, and one of my professors there, who's one of my mentors, his dad runs Romanian American Mission. His name is Dr. Rob Jackson, and through him, I've just always had a passion for the foreign field and for the people who haven't heard the gospel. And he told me that 9,600 villages in Romania are still without a church. And from there, man, I really felt that God was calling me to go to those people.
Man, I tell you, when I see missionaries, I feel so pitiful. You know,
don't feel pitiful.
When they all come in once a year for that pet rally at our church, I'm like, man, I
can't even, I can't even pass out tracts down at the beach good, you know.
I look and I go, man, got me a little radio show going, and these people out here, people who never even heard of the gospel ever in their whole lives, and they get it taken care of, and I'm sitting here in the Bible Belt, I ain't done jack. So
no, man, we're parts of a whole. You guys do your thing here, and we do our thing there, and so.
No, I do. I mean, I'm kidding around, but I really do feel like we're where we're supposed to be at this time. I have a peace about it, and what we do is pitiful and it's minute, but I do feel like we're on the right track, and we make mistakes, like I'm sure everybody who's out on the Great Commission does. I mean, we're not alone in that. That's what grace was all about. But so we are thinking about you, and we're taking care of Megan while she's here. I know that the one drop like it was hot was a slight setback, but
it was a setback. It was.
Yeah.
Look, by the way, do you know how you say in Romanian "back it up"? I mean, I don't know what is that. Do they have some local term for that?
How about this? I can find out. Yeah, you can.
Go ask. I hate to bother you. I have a question.
I'll come in like we've left something else in their cupboard.
Yeah. By the way, while I'm here.
While I'm here, I have one question. I'm gonna tell your kids, and they're gonna relate. Glad you're here today, buddy.
It's good to be with you guys.
Thanks for all you're doing. We'll be back 28 minutes past 877 We Be Big. We'll chat with you when we return.
And how about her family too? How about those sisters? They're crazy. Ain't
careful how you.
They love Mason today.
I love the girls.
We'll be right back. You're listening to and watching the Rick and Bubba Show.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba. Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.